Moscow homicide update, November 20th, 2022. Moscow, Idaho. The Moscow Police Department is providing the following information to update the public on the known facts surrounding the 4 murders that occurred on November 13th in Moscow, Idaho. Updated information. Detectives are releasing that on the morning of November 13th, the surviving roommates summoned friends to the residence because they believed one of the second-floor victims had passed out and was not waking up. At 11:58 a.m., a 911 call requested aid for an unconscious person. The call originated from inside the residence on one of the surviving roommates' cell phone. Multiple people talked with the 911 dispatcher before a Moscow police officer arrived at the location. Officers entered the residence and found the 4 victims on the 2nd and 3rd floors. At this time in the investigation, detectives do not believe any individual at the residence, when 911 was called, is involved in this crime. Rumors and speculation continue circulating about the ongoing investigation. MPD cautions the public not to rely on rumors and remains committed to keeping the public informed. We urge reliance on official channels for accurate information. Tips: detectives are looking for context to the events and people involved in these murders. Anyone who observed notable behavior, has video surveillance, or can provide relevant information is asked to call the tip line at 208-883-7180 or email tipline@ci.moscow.id.us. Press releases. All press releases go through the listserv process on the City of Moscow website. To sign up for news releases, visit https://bit.ly/3eyeswrongzel. Under Tools on the right side of the page, click Notify Me. Fill out the form at the top with your email address and/or phone number. Scroll down to City of Moscow press releases and choose to be notified by email phone. This action will allow you to receive all press releases as they are released. All news releases are posted on City of Moscow PD Facebook page. Media. To streamline media inquiries and requests, please send them to moscowpo@ci.moscow.is.us. This email address is directed to the communications team and allows for quicker responses. The new PIO phone number is for media organization use only. 208-883-7181 landline only number. No texts. Email is the preferred format for requests and inquiries. We encourage our community to rely on official channels for the most accurate information. These are the City of Moscow news releases and the Moscow PD Facebook page. There will be a news conference to update the public on the investigation. Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022, 1:00 p.m. University of Idaho. Alumni Lounge of the ICCU Arena, 900 Stadium Drive, Moscow, Idaho. Times live streaming link pending times. Original information. On the evening of November 12th, Kaylee Goncalves and Madison Mogan were at a local bar called the Corner Club at 202 in Main Street in downtown Moscow between 10 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. on November 13th. At approximately 1:40 a.m., Kaylee and Madison were seen on video at a local food vendor called the Grub Truck at 318 S Main Street and used a private party for a ride home from downtown to arrive at their 1122 King Road residence at 1:45 a.m. Investigators have determined that Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodal were seen at the Sigma Chi House on the University of Idaho campus at 735 Nez Perce Drive. At approximately 1:45 a.m., Ethan and Xana are believed to have returned to the residence at 1122 King Road. It was previously reported that Ethan resided at the home. However, it has been determined that he was only visiting. Detectives believe that on November 12th, the 2 surviving roommates had also been out in the Moscow community separately, but returned home by 1 a.m. on November 13th. The 2 did not wake up until later that morning. On November 13th, at 11:58 a.m., a 911 call requested aid for an unconscious person. The call originated from inside the residence on one of the surviving roommates' cell phone. Moscow Police Department responded to the residence and found the 4 victims on the second and third floors. Autopsies were conducted on November 17th. The Lada County coroner confirmed the identity of the 4 murdered individuals and their cause and manner of death as homicide by stabbing. The coroner stated the 4 victims were likely asleep. Some had defensive wounds, and each was stabbed multiple times. There was no sign of sexual assault. Detectives are seeking all outside surveillance video taken from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Sunday, November 13, 2022, from businesses and residences within the geographical area listed below. Detectives request all available videos, whether there appears to be motion and content or not. West Taylor Ave North boundary, West Palouse River DR South boundary, Highway 95 south to the 2700 block of Highway 95 S East boundary, Arboretum and Botanical Garden West boundary. Additionally, detectives seek additional tips and surveillance video of any observed suspicious behavior on the night of November 12th into the early hours of November 13th while Kaylee Goncalves and Madison Mogan were in downtown Moscow, and when Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodal were at the Sigma Chi house. Anyone who observes suspicious behavior near these areas or has video surveillance are asked to submit their tips. At this time in the investigation, detectives do not believe the following are involved in this crime. 2 surviving roommates, Malane the grub truck surveillance video, or private party driver who took Kaylee and Madison home on November 13th. Additional information related to the investigation. The identity of the 911 caller has not been released. Investigators are aware of multiple phone calls from victims Madison and Kaylee to a male. Online reports of the victims being tied and gagged are not accurate. Detectives seized the contents of 3 dumpsters on King Road to locate possible evidence. Local businesses were contacted to determine if a fixed blade knife had been recently purchased. Currently, no suspects are in custody, and no weapon has been located. To date, nearly 600 tips have been received. All tips are processed, vetted, investigated, and cleared. 38 interviews have been conducted with individuals who may have information about the murders. The Moscow Police Department is utilizing assistance from the Idaho State Police, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Lada County Sheriff's Office. Moscow Police Department, 4 detectives, 24 patrol officers, 5 support staff. Federal Bureau of Investigators, 22 investigators in Moscow, 20 assigned agents located out of Treasure Valley, ID, Salt Lake City, Utah, and West Virginia. 2 Behavior Analysis Unit, Idaho State Police, 20 investigators, 15 troopers, Public Information Officer, ISP Forensic Services, and Mobile Crime Scene Team. 15 uniformed troopers to assist with community patrols. Anyone who observes suspicious behavior, has video surveillance, or can provide relevant information about these murders is asked to call the tip line at 208-883-7180 or email tipline@ci.moscow.id.us. The Moscow Police Department thanks our community for their continued support, understanding of the limited information we can share, and patience during this difficult time. Revelation 11 verses 16 and 17. And the 24 elders who sit on their thrones before God fell face downward and worshipped God, saying, "To you we give thanks, O Lord God Almighty, the Omnipotent, the ruler of all, who are and who were, because you have taken your great power and the sovereignty which is rightly yours, and have now begun to reign.